Hey there, I'm back and I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I clean my makeup brushes. And this is something that I myself had looked up on YouTube, some ideas of how to clean them with natural products, not having to buy a brush cleaner or shampoo, just because if you have stuff in your house that you can use already, why not? And first of all, I want to share with you what you have to do the brush cleaning. First thing is really important is you need some kind of mild soap. That's really important. This is pure Castile soap, and I actually bought this on Amazon, and I got this huge bottle for $20, and I actually use this with the foam pumps to make my own hand soap with essential oils. So I already had this in my house, so probably some of you guys have that too. And this is nice, it's natural, there's nothing, no kind of crazy products in it, water, coconut oil, palm oil, you know. So that's really important, you have to have that soap. Some people use like a baby soap, really mild soap. A little bit of oil. This is just my coconut oil. Again, I use essential oils, so I have this for making my roller bottles. This is just, you add a little bit of this to moisturize the brushes, keep the oil in them. And then what I think is kind of important is some kind of essential oil to add. This is Melaleuca, which is tea tree oil. Most people know it as tea tree oil. I use doTERRA oils, but it really doesn't matter, whatever kind you use. Melaleuca has antibacterial properties, which is nice for brushes. Some people use citrus oils like an orange or a grapefruit. That's a really good choice too. Or whatever kind of protective oil. doTERRA's is On Guard. That's another good idea. So we'll get at it, and I'm going to show you actually how I make the little recipe for the brush cleaner. Stay tuned. Okay, before I get going, here I have a hand towel, and you want to take your hand towel and roll it up, kind of like that, just enough to where you got a little bit of a prop, because you want to prop this up so that you can let your water drain out of your brushes. You would want to put the brush side like this up and the bristle side down. So the handle, excuse me, I said brush. The handle side up and the brush side down as you are washing them to let them dry. That prevents the water from getting down into the handle, because if it gets down there, it'll loosen up the glue, and then, you know, it'll ruin your brush. All right, I have here a little glass bowl, and this is just a little Pampered Chef one. You can use whatever you really want. The recipe that I use that works well for me says 70% soap to 30% oil. I just do whatever. I just fill up about 1/4 of the bowl with the soap. Depending on how many brushes you have to clean, you can use more or less. And then I do a few pumps of the oil, and then 3-4 drops of essential oils, depending again on how much you use. I'd rather use more than not enough. And you want to make sure you have your brushes close by, ready to go, everything that you need clean, because once you get going, your hands will be all wet, and you want to have everything close by. All right, I'm just going to do 1 or 2 brushes to show you here. You don't really have to get it wet before you get going. I'm going to go ahead and do that just because. And then I'm going to dip here, just kind of swirl it in my bowl. This is the brush I used for my foundation, so I want to make sure I get it. And I'm just rubbing it in my hand, and my soap will turn colors. I did clean these last week, which actually you should clean your brushes once per week to keep them not just clean, but desanitized, sanitized, just for bacteria reasons, because not only are you picking up dead skin cells and things like that, but also bacteria from your skin. And I have had acne-prone skin ever since I had my daughter, so keeping the bacteria to minimal is important. Now, what I'm doing here under the water is I'm just continuing to kind of scrub, and you want to just do this until the water in your scrubbing on your hand is clean. If you're seeing any color, there's still things in there that need to be cleaned out. And then you want to squeeze any excess water out. And over here, I have my towel that I rolled up. You can kind of see it in frame there. And I'm going to prop handle up, brush side down. And I would just continue doing that with all of my brushes, swirl it in the shampoo that you made. Again, that was the Castile soap and a little bit of coconut oil. Some people use olive oil, that's fine too. And then some drops of whatever essential oil you want to use. Again, Melaleuca, tea tree oil, is antibacterial, so that's what I go for. So you can see here, the foam is pretty clean. This is my blush brush. Again, I cleaned these last week, so they are pretty clean, but if you see a lot of color, really get that out and keep working it until it comes clean. You can see this suds up really well. And then rinse. Want to make sure you get all of that out. When I'm rinsing, I'm holding the brush down like this because, again, I don't want water up in the handle. I'm not holding it like this under the water. And I just kind of scrub it as I'm rinsing to get the soap out. I try to use hot water too, because you know, hot water kills bacteria, so just like washing your hands. And you just keep going until it's all the way cleaned out. And then squeeze out the extra water, prop it up on your towel, and continue. Alrighty guys, that is gonna be it for my brush cleaning video today. So just in summary, make sure you start with a pure, kind of as plain as you can get soap, baby soap, or like I said, the pure Castile soap is what I use. Got that on Amazon, big old bottle. Little bit of oil, I use coconut oil, and then a few drops of your favorite essential oil. I use Melaleuca tea tree oil. You can use On Guard or your protective oil, citrus oil like orange or grapefruit, but that just adds that extra conditioning and antibacterial or cleansing properties of whichever kind of oil you use. So make your little dish of shampoo, dip your brushes, scrub them out on your hand, rinse them, and dry them. Make sure the bristles are pointing down, and you're good to go. And like I said, you probably should do that once a week or every 2 weeks because we get busy. Keep the bacteria down, take care of all the dead skin cells and all that lovely stuff. So anyways, I hope that helps, and I hope you get some good use out of that. So take care. See y'all later. Bye.